you doing the intro?
No, you are.
Hey, it's NS Reactions, and today we will be
watching
this video called Everything Wrong with Ghostbusters
2016. The new one.
Seconds of somebody blowing themselves before the logo of their studio appears and jerks them off to completion. Also, 58 seconds of total logos, with the Village Roadshow logo appearing as the Fool Boy in this hot three-way logo action. But wait, there's more in this messy gangbang of studios. Ghost Corps? Do you mean there's a whole studio dedicated to Ghostbusters? I didn't mean Ghost Corpse. You missed a perfectly good pun in this studio orgy. It was one of the most elegant homes in existence.
I remember, like, when I first saw this movie, it was absolute garbage.
Yeah, I watched it as well.
Zach Woods delivers an actual winner of a joke just 2 minutes into this movie. This and the P.T. Barnum line about enslaving elephants. This is really the only time you'll laugh in the whole movie. Still, we're moving to sing. Everybody in this tour just accepts the candle falling by itself, figuring it's just part of the act. But I can tell you with utmost certainty, there's no group of people on this earth that is 100% non-reactionary. At least one person would have screamed, or at least gasped.
Yeah.
Who's famously an asshole leads to asshole until this dude is the only one left to witness it. Despite all this, Garrett will continue to live, go unpossessed, and generally come out as A-OK.
Big day.
Is this Aaron's first class? If so, why is she immediately up for tenure review? And if not, and this is how she always warms up, that would have been on YouTube a long time ago.
That's true.
And I believe it's haunted. So somehow I stumbled on this book you wrote, and disavowed, and didn't...
I bet this movie's gonna have like 5,000
sales. I didn't need to make an appointment. Okay, so the book has a 5-star
How long is this
review,
shit?
with only 4 reviews.
22 minutes.
So have the guy from Aldridge Mansion find this book above all other paranormal activity books on Amazon. Apparently Erin has no idea how to press the little X at the top of her screen to close the fucking Amazon page. There's worried she'll never be able to find that page again if she does.
Abigail continues her passion for the study of the paranormal at the Kenneth P. Higgins Institute of Science.
But the guy from the mansion decided to go to Columbia instead, and not even try the other author. Does Aaron's bio even mention Columbia? Did he find her?
If my colleagues at Columbia University Google my name, that is the first thing that comes up.
Call a bullshit on this. How the hell is this a popular book at all?
And it makes me look like a crazy person.
God, are you kidding me? What? I got one wrong time.
The movie's just adding random filler.
Yes.
It doesn't even belong in it.
Yeah.
Reviewing these tapes.
Lab that's funded well enough to build a fucking reverse tractor beam is still using analog reel-to-reel tape to record supernatural activity. Classic.
You know what? Usually
Right?
we can't give people
That's true.
but we have never
Billions
never
of dollars
had
we
an
can't buy a new, like,
First off, he
shit
just said you
recording.
couldn't even get people over here in the first place, so the comparison between these hypothetical others is dumb. Second off, if you meant that people rarely come over here, it's laughable nonsense that those people didn't try to listen to the recording as closely as she did.
You were never invited. I need you out of the lab so I can lock the door. Just close the door behind you and lock.
Melissa McCarthy issues internal logic in favor of overall jokes.
Just take the book down.
All right, but you have to introduce us to this guy at the Aldridge Mansion.
God damn it. I know these are all cheap excuses for Abby and Aaron to get back together, but Abby just said she wasn't taking her on the ghost hunting trip. And why do they need an introduction anyway? Ed Begley has the book, so if you know
Like I said, it's just they're just trying to fill
that's
it
why they
out.
station me across the street. To keep people from walking up to the mansion and finding the door locked.
Ed Mulgrave?
Yes.
Ed Mulgrave died 15 years ago.
Yes. So who's this?
But that's Ed's son, Ed Jr.
I don't mean to be a traitor to the art of comedy writing, but the problem with this is that Ed Mulgrave introduced himself to Aaron like so.
I'm Ed Mulgrave.
So that means he's introduced himself to Garrett as Ed Mulgrave too. And there's no way this comic misunderstanding should take place. If the movie had introduced something about this guy's character as a guy with exacting standards, they'd have a chance. This apparent character trait never comes up again.
Garrett here saw it on Tuesday, and I believe it made him soil himself.
Opening scene, which was one of the only enjoyable parts of the movie, further proves its only point was to lead her make a potty joke.
It's going to us.
You're gonna die in there.
Because I certainly did, after stepping in a smell-like substance.
After they make a funny joke, they just follow it with something
Handed to
stupid.
it.
Yeah.
So why is there one tiny deposit of the green goo on the floor here? Considering how much of that is coming out of the basement, this floor should look like a green goo bukkake went down.
Okay. Everything a joke to you guys?
Character who previously believed in ghosts and doesn't believe in ghosts anymore, despite clear indication of ghosting cliche. Wait, what?
I think you're gorgeous.
Apparently Abby didn't get any stories about this woman stabbing all the servants to death back in the 1800s. You'd have to pay the tour to get that kind of information.
Ugh.
Given the fact that Aaron doesn't move 1 inch away from the vomit stream, I'm assuming she's into this.
Go surreal! Go surreal! Finally! Go
God.
First off, why the hell would Abby upload this video to YouTube if it didn't also include footage of the actual ghost incident? Who cares about Aaron's reaction? Also, this video is 4 minutes and 4 seconds long, so what happens after this point to take up so much time? Maybe something that substantiates her claims? Is like contact with James Woods only played 2 seconds until he's static and congressional here? I mean, seriously, if we're supposed to believe the ghost is so real that nobody could possibly debunk the video, then why isn't Aaron fighting this like bloody murder? The real problem for this movie is that nobody addresses this, not even a casual line about the video being a total fake or anything. Later on they make another video and it is addressed, but it's not nearly as important as this moment here. Also, no seriously, this video is a goddamn disgrace to this movie. Columbia can just fire a professor for being in a silly YouTube video, or is she being fired because she's a woman? I can't figure out which, because I'm so furious that this video means so much to the plot of this movie.
Yeah, that's stuff when
I actually disagree with that saying because stupid bullshit like getting fired for dumb aspirations actually happens in real life all the time.
Yeah.
Ain't no
What?
bitches gonna hunt no ghosts.
You know, good job at YouTube commenters. I believed in an all-female Ghostbusters. Too bad the script didn't.
Tushy doesn't
That's so cool.
TV that was previously muted mysteriously comes alive right in time for this nostalgia gag. They should be investigating that magical TV.
Are you saying that I'm not qualified?
You spell science with a Y.
Hey, this movie is just a failure in character. It introduces the dean of the supposedly shitty college at the last minute, just so that the main characters can be fired and free to Ghostbust. Is he the type of guy that would spell science with a Y? No idea. As abrasive as he is, he's not nearly dumb enough or developed enough for that character's...
How could you figure that out just by looking at somebody?
I think it might be a ghost.
I have no idea.
Oh no, it's not. It's just a bird.
This goes on for some time.
I was like,
Yeah, that's...
I can guarantee you there's nobody who works in the New York City subway who tries to greet people or hawk Metro cards.
How long have you known him?
Discount Patton Oswalt.
What train did he take?
I know what you mean. The crazy train, right? But I'll be a dick and tell you that it's just the 6th train. The only one he can take or the son.
The tracks.
Patty goes after this asshole completely alone. Somehow unconcerned about any incoming trains.
Hey!
stereotypical black woman.
Did you not notice the blue ghostly image right in front of you?
Exquisite.
You find out later this is some sort of pressure point for paranormal.
It's like those destruction channels.
Explicit. Why does this one ghost be free when this dude hasn't even opened the portal yet?
Look at this man!
Kevin, all those assholes on the subway platform. All of them have smartphones and would be sharing the f*** out of this encounter.
You have been bullied your entire life. Now you will be the bully.
Expositional affirmation.
How does it take you an hour to go up 1 flight of stairs?
Okay, goddammit, listen up, movie. This bullshit has to stop. Staging an intervention. I know this is a comedy, but it's pretty stupid that Abby even bothers having her food delivered when she's 1 floor above the restaurant.
I mean, the movie's supposed to be a joke, but like,
all of New York City,
it's a joke in the wrong way.
Chinese restaurant where Abby is a regular.
It's a joke because it's so
There
bad.
are 17 billion Chinese restaurants in New York. Damn it, I have to remove a sin for Kate McKinnon single-handedly trying to keep this movie watchable.
If you see something, say something.
Well, I guess now we know why so many people are calling.
You mean you handed these out before showing your business program? Man, the original Ghostbusters, all the Ghostbusters were super intelligent, except for maybe Peter Venkman. He wasn't dumb or anything, and they were all funny. Apparently everyone thought these characters needed to be borderline stupid to be funny.
Hey,
He sounds a little bit like Jason Sudeikis, the guy who plays on We're the Millers.
Yada yada.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, so
Yeah, but the main character, that's who he sounds like a little bit. At least to me.
you mean the narrator? Or...
The actual character.
You know the biggest difference between this movie and the
Oh,
original?
the narrator of this video,
It's
yes.
in the middle of the storyline that had its runtime. Just a fucking movie.
Have you seen a Class 4 semi-anchored entity?
This is the second time when Abby goes through this journey instead of asking a normal person whether they'd seen a ghost. And it might be funny if she didn't speak normally during every other interaction.
I don't want this ghost on my
Now, this entire scene exists just so this movie can take the old Ghostbusters logo and fill us with all that grainy nostalgia. Both of the ghost assholes we've seen have been let loose by Rowan's contraptions, but stick around only long enough to be identified before piecing out.
Does this remind you of... Like, did the movie remind you at all of the original?
Always hanging out. Doesn't attack or
No.
run away while all this is being set up.
Well, except for the fact that
One other person on this
Here's the
platform.
original. It's like a cake. This is what they did. They flipped the cake over, smashed it into a table, and then they flipped the cake back over, and that's your birthday cake. It's not the government.
Well, I guess he going to Queens.
On the 6th train? Definitely not. And that's something an MTA employee should know. Although, I guess this could be a G train, but they don't go anywhere near 6 train, so I have no clue. Of course, there's no such subway station as Seward either, so
Who thinks this video is fake?
The movie finally addresses or hints that the previous video that got Aaron fired was considered fake too. But it's a massive miss in storytelling considering that Aaron got fired over it. Also, this video is 17 seconds long and apparently doesn't contain any of the footage of them trying to capture the ghost, or the ghost getting hit by the train and all the ectoplasm splashing everywhere. I mean, are people not believing this because it looks fake, or is it because Abby uses editing software that specifically cuts out the corroborating evidence?
They hung up.
I was just nodding to that conversation.
Chris Hemsworth does fine with this character, but I miss Annie Potts. And I miss the fact that she was a no-nonsense New Yorker gal and wasn't dumb. Why is everything so dumbed down in this movie? Where the fuck is this? Is this supposed to be just right outside the Chinese restaurant? Because look at this place from the outside.
Look, it's like she lives above us.
There's a road running beside the Chinese place. Later on,
I've never really liked Melissa McCarthy though.
it's right next to the restaurant.
Right.
So
Like a lot of people do, but I never really did.
I didn't
It's
either.
that part of the movie where Melissa McCarthy falls down.
Like Identity Fraud, like everyone was like at you. Who saw that thought it was really good. I thought it was okay.
Next door died that night. She was standing at the foot of my bed.
These women have seen at least 2 ghosts close up, but are amazed to hear Aaron experience a paranormal event early in her life.
What do we think of these Ghostbusters? Are they to be taken seriously?
Yes.
Ghostbusters, that is not our name.
Yeah, why would they be called Ghostbusters at this point when they haven't busted any ghosts?
This for real?
Hell no.
I'm trying to think of a worse way to waste a Bill Murray cameo than the route this movie took, and honestly, at all. Yeah, I know this is later revealed as a 12-hour metal marathon, but this many people attending a metal show during daylight is definitely a sin.
I just thought this was going to be like a book club.
Wasn't this whole movie pretty much filler
But you were there
until
during the
like
subway
maybe
ghost.
1 minute
So
of
it was
action?
about.
Yeah.
You came back to work for them the very next day, even though they didn't ask you. So I think you're just riffing right now. It's the same as lying. Why is me Jesus cry?
Why is me Jesus Christ?
Wait, Patty must have quit her MTA job on the drive over here because she just said.
I got this for work.
Luckily, the ghost that's metalist showed up to the metal show instead of Gertrude, who's more of a Morrissey fan. This is the problem with the Scooby-Doo effects. People who are at a metal concert think that shit is fake.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo. This movie, it definitely reminded
The
you
whole
of that.
dining hall needed to be cleared so the Ghostbusters could use their proton guns in peace. You assholes are shooting this stuff in the middle of a crowded concert. All things considered, this demon hasn't really hurt anybody, so there's no real urgency to bag this right here and right now, is there?
I don't know if it was a race thing or a lady thing.
Yeah, what kind of thing was it? Because there's definitely a thing happening, considering these assholes are carrying Abby without a problem. Also, somehow the concert stopped and everyone got quiet just because one person jumped
This
on the
movie's
stage,
racist.
failed her in her attempt to crowd surf. This ghost once again pauses its reign of terror for no other reason than providing an easy target for capture.
Shut up! I think I'm on another flashback.
Is that supposed to be
This
awesome?
cameo come from?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, this feels like that Anchorman 2 fight when random celebrities show up for 5 seconds and then completely leave the picture.
I can't tell, but
Right? I remember that.
Shields the art
was it actually Ozzy? I couldn't like tell.
I couldn't tell either, but it looked like him.
Weaponized tech.
I knew they were trying to replicate him at least.
Ice
Yes.
will walk in here with no problem, so therefore the Ghostbusters don't have any security. Therefore, there should be all sorts of weirdos walking into their shop right now, because they were just plastered all over the news. Shouldn't the phone be ringing off the hook? Hey, this movie doesn't get anything right.
You know, it's really
73 movie
just sit
sins
there and
in
be
12
basic
minutes.
when you don't actually do anything.
Abby would be excellent in the comment sections of CinemaSins.
We successfully trapped a class 3.
I haven't seen the comment sections.
Except swinging that trap around since they've been back. Also, why was the dragon ghost a class 3? Is that better or worse than a class 4? Does the movie care to explain? No.
I know, it
Right.
probably sounds like we're making this up.
Yeah, what are the
That
classes?
one container
I have no
that
idea.
ghost in.
That's what I was
There's
thinking.
the state-of-the-art nuclear weaponry that's on the bench over there. All of which would be much more convincing proof of supernatural existence.
Oh, you only lack the proper equipment, like a garbage truck to hang on to the back of.
I gotta ask, why did Bill Murray sign on for this? Did someone challenge him to create a character that's less likable than Walter Peck?
I'm sorry.
It's amazing that Erin went through her entire Ivy League career without a major screw-up.
You know Bill
He's the
Murray
private
is.
sector, she's murdered a man. This is definitely wasting Michael K.
You know
Williams.
Bill Murray
Not
is.
Walsh, but definitely Michael K. Williams. In whatever roles.
I don't know why he didn't take this. I don't why. Why didn't he take this?
Right? Who didn't believe their story. Mayor Ex Machina.
Hey, there you are.
Andy Garcia is already in this more than he was in Passengers. Now, maybe that's more sin for Passengers, but I'm only negotiating another sin for this movie.
I think what they're saying is the cat is out of the bag. They want us to put the cat back inside the bag.
And this will be the second instance in the movie where
Step right up, pick a gun, and a gun. Sorry, not that guy.
the movie combines a cheap jump scare cliche with an overused joke cliche. So what we have for you today is a two-way cliche. This scene makes that whole only dangerous to ghosts bullshit bullshit. These means they're throwing active weaponry around in what's going to be a crowded finale.
Right? I thought.
6 and 26?
So Aaron says this is a matter that makes us think there's something special about those particular cross streets. But this suddenly spurs her to bring out a map and draw X's on it, which in turn leads to her drawing a big X that is super arbitrary, but actually gets them discussing ley lines. And out of that nothing burger, they advance the plot. Wait, what? There's a whole book of maps that show ley lines? And it shows Manhattan? Why did you assholes consult this thing way before this?
How do you dismiss this theory because it just seemed too random and having merit?
The highly patterned, intersecting lines seem random to these women. Into science.
It's creative. It checks.
You know, kind of like that the Enchantress did at the end of Suicide Squad. But this one
I know it's gonna piss feminists
What do you
off,
want?
but
Where's your janitor?
men are smarter than women. It's statistically proven. There's literally science behind it that proves
The
it.
Ghostbusters, they run into a disinterested cameo. Lets them just
No wonder this movie didn't work.
Credentials.
You're going to jail, Rowan.
Well, in that case, bye.
Movie kills off its main villain with around 30 minutes left in runtime because he's not Chris Hemsworthy enough yet.
Burnt bologna and regrets down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the screenwriters.
It's strange, you know, his technology is not that different from ours. I think I know why.
So, is there a description of the technology in this book that Abby and Aaron were using at the time they wrote it? And wouldn't that technology be about 10 years old, but not even verifiable? How the hell? Even if the police
It'd be out of
think
date.
it's supernatural in any way, they're not going to collect any evidence. And the girls saw at least 2 fucking lost souls in the mirrors, which were already trapped ghosts. They don't have them sent back to the lab. I know they were fake arrested, but that means they weren't actually arrested. Rowan's ghost continues the bizarre tradition of ghosts being total dicks to overhead lights.
I think when Rowan killed himself, it was just the next step in his plan.
The itinerary has been set.
What the fuck is up with the TVs in this movie? Guess they set the remote volume to convenient.
Look at the view.
Yeah, that window that Bill Murray got thrown through got fixed fast.
Right.
This works. Thanks. Going back upstairs to go for Ghostbusters.
This works.
Top no jutsu.
In the first place, Thor's body decides to just drive away.
You have to evacuate the city. You shut down the power to the whole city. Don't you understand?
When we last
We're going to be an anime where they just talk and then the guy dies.
attacking the other 3. So why did she go all crazy all of a sudden? Instead of walking in here and talking rationally to the mayor, who knows all this is real?
What's happening?
There's no fucking way that dumpster made
If
that
you're,
much going.
like, if anyone in your family gets possessed by a ghost, just say something to them and
The only Bill Murray though, right? Even though these are malevolent ghosts doing malevolent, they didn't do anything.
just slap the shit out of them.
With Leslie Jones in the subway, or to an entire fucking crowd at a metal show. I'm calling bullshit on this proclamation. I don't know. Are you sure it's not somebody pushing a giant dumpster like last time?
Yeah, that's a good
Push
question.
them up. It takes Kevin Rowan less than 10 seconds to get this machine, which the cops have left completely intact, up and running. Movie saved money by showing real footage of 50th Street Station.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah. These 3 decide to go on ahead without Aaron, because apparently no one has a cell phone on this team.
I don't go to Chinatown. I don't drive Broncos, and I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Of all
That's
these
another cameo.
This is the disappointingest. At least Bill Murray and Annie Potts characters propelled the plot in song.
Wait, I don't even know who that was.
He was one of the original Ghostbusters.
Montana to be in this thing. Slimer's able to work the gas.
How many years has it been? It doesn't look like any of them.
Let's just get to the part where they play the theme song again. What the fuck gives Rowan Kevin the power to do this? Okay, he's a ghost that's inhabited a strong dude's body. Now he's mastered a group stupefy spell? Who the hell are these ghosts? You have Slimer, which is some sort of floating bloodless blob. You have demonic great balloons, a few Dementors, and you have this giant old sand guy. What the fuck were these ghosts before they died? Feels like Rowan and his army of ghosts should be easily able to take these 4 Ghostbusters. But for some reason they don't, despite the fact that they have the numbers and supernatural powers. This feels like it should be funny. Why is it not funny? Is it because it's forced and desperate? That's the sum of most of the jokes in this movie.
Yeah, that's another reason why Melissa McCarthy isn't funny. She forces almost everything she does.
Giving you any idea what these ghosts are?
Not an actual good actor.
Yeah.
We can get buried.
And I don't enjoy any of this, especially you.
Alright, it's really
I don't like you either.
And apparently the sound guy didn't like matching the ADR to the actor's mouth. Slimer somehow found a female Slimer. Using, I guess,
That's kind of ironic.
Is this what you want? Something more familiar?
This is exactly how studios make decisions to greenlight movies.
It's just not good.
Rowan's ultimate goal was to
I actually like that.
Why is he even
I
calling
actually
the
like
Ghostbusters
that.
instead of
It's pretty
them
cool.
like the other assholes on the street? Everyone immobilized on the ground right below the exploding ghost building survives this. You think someone at Sony saw this and said, damn, this is a lot like that Godzilla movie we tried to do in 1998. Oh, back to the Black Tower heroin.
We need to reverse the portal. It's going to take an insane amount of energy.
Spirit is ex machina.
Let's loosen this grip.
Listen, if you're amused by the fact that this movie ends with a nuclear-based nutshot, then I don't know what to tell you. Erin, Big Hero 6 her way into the portal, and this infinite amount of random street wire will allow her to have a lifeline back to the real world. Okay, I understand that the portal was closing, and the portal was
And
this
they're
around the
like
building.
the doors.
This will still be a portal, and not regular.
Doesn't even look real.
Daytime. At least
Right.
The government trying to claim the event wasn't supernatural.
Summer of 2016. It seemed like this would be an impossible task for the American government. Celebrity Ghostbusters are in this crowded bar where nobody gives a shit.
What is it now?
And just like in the original movie throws in a wasted Ernie Hudson performance. At least that's over. It's not like I gotta stick around for post-credit sequences. Marvel movie.
This is reckless, Julian.
God damn it!
129.
An endless awful cameo.
But our family will be determined in these next few months. Running high, asshole. Running high. Your world is one of the 9 realms of the cosmos, linked to each other by the branches of Yggdrasil, the world's tree.
Did you get something?
Yeah, I heard something really weird. River right as we left. Strike down and pull apart. Time to take a by X-ray. Ideal. Quick screen of dimensions.
Well,
Kind of the happiest thing.
well, do you have anything to say about that?
Ghostbusters is the new one is awful. It's completely trash, garbage. It shouldn't have been made. And I even said that before I even watched it, so that's saying something.
The trailer got.
The trailer made me want to die.
It just. There's something else that we need to watch, but you haven't seen Death Note, so. But they released a Death Note trailer, and it's okay, but it doesn't match any of the characters at all. I mean, Ryuk, that's it. Ryuk, the only thing about L that is matched is his personality, but other than that, nothing, so. You want to do the outro?
I don't even know the outro.
Bye, guys. Go to it all.